All our lives, we have been taught that anything worth doing will be hard. But what does hard actually mean? For the sake of this video and to solve our goddamn procrastination problem, let's define hard as something straightforward and you need to give some good, honest effort to complete it. Let's say that hard does not mean it has many complex and convoluted steps. Hard things does not need to have difficult definitions. You could probably explain it in under 5 sentences. It can be simple, but that does not mean it's easy. Keep that in mind. To give an example differentiating hard with complex, let me mention my first YouTube channel that I started 4 years back. It's now dead, and it's no mystery why. Because I had to do a complex set of steps before even starting filming. First, I set up a screen recording app on my PC. Then I had to set up my mobile phone with a really cheap tripod. I could not rotate the angle with it, so I had to stack up books to keep the eye level straight. I then had to set up my microphone. It wasn't a shotgun microphone like the one I'm using right now. It was a condenser microphone, meaning I almost had to be kissing it while recording. I would keep on testing the distance with my mouth and the mic to find the perfect amount so that the mic would only pick up my voice without picking up much noise. See that fan over there? I would rotate the angle of the mic mount and then the distance of the pop filter with the mic, and it was a headache. Then while filming, I took one version of the audio recording, the scratch recording with the mic of the mobile phone itself, and another with the condenser mic connected to my PC with the app called Audacity. And I had to start the recording apps on both at almost the same time, so it would not be a pain in the ass to synchronize them later. It took me 30 to 60 minutes to set everything up every time I filmed a video. But wait, it gets worse. I had this habit where I had to stop recording every time I messed up, like doing bloopers. And to stop recording, I had to move my mouse over to click the stop record button on the Audacity app on the PC and move my tripod so that I could press the stop recording button on the app on the mobile phone, Filmic Pro. And I would do that every time I messed up. Yeah, that was one severe case of perfectionism. In one recording session, I would stop 10, 20, 30 times. It would take me anywhere from 2 hours to an upward of 5 hours to finish filming a 10-minute YouTube video. In the sweltering heat of Bangladesh, that was not ideal to say the least. I also did this one thing in the editing process where I would select the silences painstakingly for hours, 2 hours or 3 hours, and make the cuts individually to remove them. This was pure and simple manual labor, not knowledge work. The same for audio processing. I would do everything manually. The total time to edit a 10-minute video would be anywhere from 15 to 20 hours. You tell me, is this process hard? Definitely. Is it the kind of hard that we want? No! It's damn complex with too many redundant steps. It was tiresome. It was damn stupid, and it was the only way that I knew how to make YouTube videos. So I kept repeating it for about 2 videos, and then for the next 2 videos, I would procrastinate anything to not start filming and recording and editing. Before every one of those steps, I would come up with a million excuses why today is not the day I make my next YouTube video. And then I made procrastination a habit, and then I quit. Making and editing videos on that YouTube channel was definitely hard. It was complex, not simple, too many convoluted steps. I would give 80% of the effort for 20% of the results. There was literally a planet's worth of fiction from the process of me actually sitting down to record a video to clicking the start record on the 2 apps, on my PC and on my cell phone. Right now on this channel, I'm on my 4th video, the same point where I had quit last time, and procrastination is nowhere in sight. Though it is too early to say, I would say I'm doing better than that. I have a new and better tripod that lives on my desk. It takes a minute to set up my cell phone with it, and I have connected my cell phone with my PC with a long USB-C cord from which I can control the recording app. And I use a shotgun microphone right now. It only vaguely points at the direction of my mouth, and it's way better than the condenser microphone for this specific purpose. And better yet, it's connected to the recording app Filmic Pro on my cell phone, so I don't need to have 2 copies of the audio and then synchronize them. It's already there. No more endless adjusting of the mic and only one button click to start recording, not two, which is 200% efficiency. But wait, it gets better. Right now, I just keep on filming. I never stop. The camera must go rolling. Even if I make bloopers, I can just remove them later on DaVinci Resolve. Why did I not know this simple fact? All oopsies are tolerated. And for those silent parts that I used to painstakingly remove, like manual labor, I use a plugin or an app for that. It's called Recut, and with one click of a button, it just removes them. It removes them. Same with audio. I use Alex Audio Butler, and maybe 2 clicks, and everything is perfectly leveled, compressed, metered, and all that other fancy bullshit that I used to do manually before. 5 to 10 minutes maximum to set up my filming rig, maybe 30 minutes of filming for a 10-minute video, and 4 to 5 hours of editing, maybe 8 if I'm feeling cute. But that's it. Friction? Well, there are still some. Procrastination? Where are you, my old friend? What happened to it? So what changed? Basically, I took my convoluted-ass process and turned it into straight noodles. Let me explain. I put money where I could to remove a lot of the friction. The shotgun microphone, 2 or 3 plugins for my editing app, and basically anything that could bring down the editing time drastically, because that is one process of this whole thing I hate the most. I love filming and I love more than anything else scripting my videos, but editing is my worst enemy. So I used money to remove it, eliminate it. 20% of the effort for 80% of the results. I identified 80% of those headaches, and then I did away with them, leaving only the 20% of the bliss that gave me YouTube views, basically. The same amount of YouTube views I used to get before, doing 4 or 5 times more the work. Before, the sheer amount of friction was stopping me from even starting to think about filming a new YouTube video. So I have done everything I could possibly do within my means to remove that friction. And it can even be better. I'm planning on buying a camera that I will never touch, other than maybe the record button after I have set it up with my desk. So sit down on this comfy wooden chair and click few buttons and done. No more setting up mobile with tripod, which takes 5 minutes. In the future, this process will take 1. Any friction that I find, I will ruthlessly remove it. Anything that stops me from sitting down and start filming and making a video needs to be murdered. Because if I feel queasy about even starting to film it, I will not do it. I will procrastinate, it will become a habit, and I will quit. Moral of the story? The simpler I make it for myself to get started, the more likely I am to complete the task. Because if something is a pain in the hiney to do in the first place, is it even worth doing at all? I am not claiming that friction is the only reason we procrastinate. However, I have presented a specific situation, me making YouTube video, and for this it definitely is. All other reasons, abstract goals, fear, lack of motivation, the overwhelmingness that I feel with the very notion of starting to film, all stems from friction and me self-sabotaging myself with too many steps I did not need. When I removed the friction, all these other reasons went with it. Before, I used to not go to the gym consistently because I selected a fancy-ass high-tech gym 30 minutes of ride away. Right now, my new gym is like 5 minutes away. It's not as fancy and high-tech, but I go there 3 to 4 times every week. I've been consistent with it for the last 4 months. I had a hard time maintaining proper nutrition because my fridge was full of processed food. Now it's full of veggies, fruit and fresh meat, so it's way easier to keep my diet steady. Think about it. Pinpoint a task where you have been procrastinating for maybe the last few years. Identify the 80% of the headaches that stop you from doing it, that generate that friction, and remove it. Murder the father and mother of procrastination. Friction and friction, and see the results. It worked for me, and I don't really see any reason why it won't work for you too. But no guarantees though, okay? This is just my theory, and if you're interested in listening to more of my own theories, then check out this video where I talk about why stress is actually good for you. Yeah, I said that right, it's good for you, okay? Bye. No explanations given. See that video.